such a weird intro. Hi Virgo, welcome to the channel. My name's Nico, this is Heuristique, and I'm one of the readers on the YouTube channel. Sorry, that was such a weird intro. I can't decide if I want to keep these clips in or not. They're kind of driving me crazy. Anyway, this is just, I don't really know if I should call it a monthly or not. They're gonna be coming out once a month, so I guess it's monthly. It's just a reading for the signs on top of the daily tarots, which are kind of for everyone. So without further ado, let's just see what I can get for you guys. And yeah, it's general, it may not resonate, it's timeless. Whenever it finds you, it's just meant to help you. So let's get started. Virgo. Okay. Interesting. Whoa. Whoa. So this is you, Virgo, horse and dolphin. So what I'm sensing is you guys have been on a roll lately. And if it's not lately, then definitely this month, you're gonna be getting into a groove. And I do wanna say it's like your productive wave, if that makes sense. And for a Virgo, that is like one of the best mindsets to be on. I feel like you're just in this state of mind where productivity is almost what you're producing, you know? Everything you do, you're moving forward, you're making the right moves. I'm sensing a lot of, I don't want to say hard work, because it's not necessarily that you're working harder, you're just working smarter, if that makes sense. And it's interesting because the other person or other thing in this situation is the hawk. So I think someone's coming in to tell you something, you know? It does feel like there's a message that needs to be heard. And this card also talks about fate having its eye on you, right? It is one of those cards that is closer to, I mean, I guess like you could say divinity, right? Like God itself or the universe itself. Normally I see eagle as more so that, but hawk has a very similar, I guess, energy to it. But this is definitely someone coming in to communicate something to you. And I think it might catch you off guard just because, as I said, you're very productive. You're very, it's go, 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 but at the same time, you're having fun with it. You know, the horse card without the dolphin card is definitely, you know, can be overworked, stressed out. This is, I don't know what it is. All the videos have been talking about finishing cycles, but also long-term, what's it called? Long-term consistency versus short-term, just whatever. And it's nice that it came out with the dolphin, because it's saying even though you are working, even though you're doing all this productive stuff, you're having fun with it. You're light on your feet, optimistic. And something about dolphin characters are people you'll notice who carry the traits of a dolphin. I hate that for me. I'm gonna have to edit that out. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, people with traits of a dolphin, they're very likable to be around. You know, they're very fun, bubbly, fun-loving, just light-spirited. And they impact a lot of people, you know? It's the kind of energy that's just well-liked, well-received. A lot of people want to be around you. You're just a good person, like, I don't really know what else to say to you, Virgo. Like, just good job. You've been working hard, but it hasn't even felt like work, I guess is what I could say. And this message is coming in, and it's interesting because there is a very, when there's like Nightingale, that's another card in this deck that sort of symbolizes, to me at least, someone coming forward with a message. But in this case scenario, it feels more professional. Not necessarily saying that it's not love related, it's just there's a certain seriousness to it. The hawk is very, you know, meticulous. It's, the details have been studied, if you will. This person isn't just person, place, thing, whatever this is for you. It's not just reaching out on a whim. Like, this is something that has very much so been processed and decided, and it's like, I'm seeing gold now. If you're in a river and you're sort of sifting for gold, it's like they've been sifting through for a long time, and now they're like, is it fool's gold or is it real gold? And it's like what they've decided to communicate is real gold. So I want to get another card on their part because they're being very mysterious. Fire ant. Geez, so this is something that's been bothering them. This is something that's been on their mind, you know? It's not something that, oh, my heart feels so weird right now. It could very well be heavy on their heart. It just feels like, you know, a siren, if you will, that's been in, you know, in all those sort of sci-fi movies, like Alien, for example, you know, when something goes off and it's like the warning thing or like a fire alarm, it's almost like that's been going on inside of them, and they've been trying to sort of detect this alarm, or the root of it, like what's causing them to flare up like this, what's causing them to sort of, yeah, just what's causing this feeling, I think. They're just very, because that's how it feels. It feels like it's been doing that, right? Like, like that's how it is coming across as the reader. So I definitely think this is something they've been, you know, mulling over, if you will. It's like seeing the wound, knowing it's there, but having no idea, like, not even seeing the wound, just knowing you're wounded, feeling it in your body, being like, something's not right, but being like, where is it coming from? And I want to say finally they've like honed in on what's been, if not like blatantly bothering them, then subconsciously at least like nagging at them. And they're definitely coming forward with a message. They're definitely like ready to communicate, ready to talk, you know? I'm hearing like, let's just talk. Like, yeah, there's something, one thing I actually just noticed, you guys really balance each other out well. And I'm just saying this because on their side, they have air and fire, and on your side, you have earth and water. So that's all 4 elements. It's quite balanced. And I like the fact that it's balanced because there is this sense of no matter what their message is to you, it's not going to throw you off. Whatever they have to say, whatever they have to communicate, you know, it's not something that is going to completely take you off the tracks, if you will, right? And completely like ruin the trajectory that you've been working towards. It's not like that. It's just there's something they need to say. It has to be said. As much as I said you guys balance each other out, I just want to make sure it's not coming from a place of selfishness. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it is. I think it's just this message has been a long time coming, if you will. If not for you, then definitely for them. It's just with the back card, you know, coming to the light, it's like coming out of the dark, coming for the light, and I'm so into imagery. So the moon here is sort of reflected in the moon in your card, right? Like right at the 3rd eye. You could have been sensing this for a while. You could have been, you know, I don't know. It's like you knew, but like, there's nothing you can really do. You know, if you know, you know, but that's kind of it, you know, like this person had a message, had a message. They have this thing they need to tell you, you know? And even if you kind of have an inkling, even if you like kind of know what it is, you know, there's nothing you can really do about it. You can't really accuse someone of something until they speak it, right? So very similar to last week's, or this week's daily, I guess. I can't remember what day it was, but yeah, there is this sense of you've seen it coming for a while. You've like been new yourself, but now it's really coming into fruition. And yeah, we have dragonfly. So that is totally another card for me of like 3rd eye things. And it's just like, you've known this, you've seen it coming from miles away. But it's almost like everything's been, it's like you've been moving at normal speed, but everything else has been moving in slow motion, if that makes sense. So, you know, you're getting on, you're getting about your day, you're doing your day-to-day, you're just living your life, making strides forward, building your empire. Like, these 2 cards together are really, really powerful. And they're really, it is almost like walking in grace, if you will, walking in beauty of just like being so content with everything you have and being excited for the future. It's like the perfect way to live, you know, that like high vibe, happy, good, just good vibes everywhere. And with the dragonfly card, it's really interesting because this is another card that's very, I'd almost put it on par with hawk, you know? It's not quite an eagle, but like definitely at like that hawk level of just like very close to divinity. And dragonflies are to be known as very mystical creatures. So there is something about this that's very like fairy. Fairy tales might not be the right word, just prophetic, you know? Something, as I said, you've seen it coming. You've seen it through your third eye. You know this has been like about to happen, and I just think it catches you off guard because you're doing your own thing so effortlessly. And there is this ease to you now, Virgo. There's this sort of, if there were a bunch of roadblocks in the past, it's like now everything is just flowing so well, you know? You've really found your own groove, and there's just this ease, you know? There's just this, everything's easy for you right now. Everything is just flowing the way it's supposed to. You're going in the right direction. Like, everything is good for you, you know? You are more Gucci than Harry Styles right now. And then you have your partner or whoever you're dealing with. It could be a job opportunity, as I said. It could be anything, you know? Parent-child, like, it can really be a lot of things. But in particular, if it is a person, and I feel like it is, they have something they need to tell you. And it's just interesting because for them, they have the colors, like, you can see it, the repeated colors of red, orange, yellow, and black and white. And all of those are like the bottom 3 chakras. So I think your person has really like been doing some healing. They've been through it. They've been working through some of their heaviest karma is what I'm hearing. And you've kind of already dealt with your heaviest karma, or you've even fully dealt with it, because we're always healing, right? You're just definitely in a better place than them. You're definitely, that's the only way I know how to say it. You're in a better place than them. You're in your own groove. And this person's almost been like thrown out of their own groove, if you will. And I think the reason, there's just an urgency on their side, you know? From your side, you're very much just like, you know, like F it, like it is what it is. What will be, you know? I'm vibing with you right now, Virgo. Like whoever I'm connecting with is just so chill, like go with the flow, but you're still working hard. Like it just has a lot of nice balance to it. And you're very content, you're grateful, you're living in a state of gratitude, but you're also growing, and it's just beautiful. You're in a beautiful time of your life. And the only reason I'm being a little cautious is because this other person, yes, they have this thing they want to tell you, this and this and this and this, and it's like, that's great, but it's not going to affect you, which might throw the other person off, because for them it's such a big deal, for them it's such a big pinnacle, but for you it's like you've seen it coming, you've been known, you know, you knew kind of, even though you didn't know, you knew, you felt this coming on. So your reaction to it, you're not even reacting to it, you're acting to it, you know? And for this person, it's a big deal. It's been bothering them, it's been needing to come to the light. You know, it's, what do they say, where it's like, Mana used to say this, and I used to do a lot of water sports. So for example, like when you take, let's say volleyball, right? Or polo, right? Polo in the water polo. If you take that ball and you push it underwater, when you let it go, it like shoots up with like double the force, right? That is almost what it is. This person has been suppressing, I do want to say emotions, but it might not be. It could be so many different things. Definitely something they've kept secret from you, a part of themselves is what it feels like. They've kept it so far under. It's almost like they've done what a polo player could do, you know, when you push it under. It's almost like they've done that, but to like the ocean equivalent, if that makes sense. Like imagine the amount of force just from like a 1 meter pool that can shoot a ball up. Imagine an ocean that's like a bottomless pit. Imagine pushing something under there and having that shoot up. Like, it's a little intense, it's a little bit more. So I think from your side, just be as understanding as possible. Try to do, you know, I feel like I need to warn you of this because I feel like you are gonna handle it in a very classy, graceful way. Excuse me, sorry. By the way, my friend Evelyn got this for me. She got it for me in high school, but I still have it and I've kept it throughout like all my years. It says, I'll give you the moon and the stars. Like, so cute. Thank you, Evie. I love you. She's a Leo. Anyway, so it's just, you know, you're probably not gonna care. When I say care, I don't mean that you're not gonna care what they have to say. I do think you're gonna be like, you know, you've been expecting it. You're like, I've been waiting for this. But it's almost like receiving a package that you forgot about, you know? Like, you put in the order and now it's coming in and you're like, oh, I like forgot I like even ordered that. Like, thanks. But then sometimes you open up the package and it's what you wanted and more, you know? You're kind of like, you know what? I'm glad I ordered that. There we go. I needed one more. Cosmic egg. Oh my God. So definitely this is like a big moment, you know? It's a big deal. BFD, big fucking deal. And there's, this one talks about the 7th chakra, right? And being connected to the crown. And what was I saying? You've seen this coming, you know? Not just through your 3rd eye, but like through the crown. Like, you knew this conversation was gonna happen. You knew this, like, there's just this knowing of this reading. Like, you've known. You've known. And with the cosmic egg coming out, it's a huge like wrap up. It's a huge, I don't even want to say wrap up. It's like reaching the top of the mountain with someone, you know what I mean? And I think this is something that you're happy came in. You know, I don't think, even though I keep saying like it's not gonna affect you, I mean it in a way, it's not gonna throw off your life, you know? You're not gonna become like instantly attached to this person and like throw yourself away, or you're not gonna like forget about your other responsibilities. It's not gonna be like that at all, okay? It's very safe, very comforting, and it's a big deal. It's a big transition. It's, you know, these moments only come around once in a lifetime, and it very doesn't so match your energy. Like, to get this, you kind of have to be in this of an energy, you know, to live. This card talks about like being in the now, being connected, divine, like, you know, universal consciousness kind of thing. And that's pretty much what you're doing. You're just being yourself. You're doing your own thing. You're living in the living in the world, living in the matrix. Like, you're striving, you're pushing forward. You're just doing exactly what you need to be doing. And I think because of that, the universe is almost like, let us give you this gift that we've been meaning to give you for a while. And yeah, I'm just gonna shut up there. I don't even want to like ruin the surprise, because I think a lot of you are gonna be really surprised by this. So thank you so much for thank you so much for watching, Virgo. I hope you guys have an amazing month, and I'll see you next week with the dailies. Bye.